Hey, it's Joel, the 3D printing nerd, and I'm here with my nerd friend Christine. Hi, Christine.
Hi, Joel.
Hi, how's it going? She's awesome, and she's going to help me put together some cool stuff. We've got a ship from the SyFy show Killjoys, and I'm excited to put it together, and I'm excited to show Christine how we put together 3D printed things. And so, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right, let's do it. Ready?
Yeah.
Go! Welcome back. So like I said, I'm here with Christine. We have our Stone IPAs. Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. We've got a model that was released by SyFy on the Thingiverse site, and it's a ship from the show Killjoys. Now, I haven't seen it, but I really want to. And Christine here tells me the show is awesome. Christine, in 5 words, tell us what the show is.
Space.
Giggle. You burped too. That's awesome.
Bounty hunters.
Space giggle bounty hunters.
Guns.
Guns. Space burp bounty hunters guns. Okay. So this ship is part of Space Burp Bounty Hunters Guns show. And I printed 2 of them. The first time I printed this on the z-ultrat M200. And I didn't read the description, so I added supports when the model clearly stated it didn't need supports. I then printed it again, and I printed without the supports, and I printed it at a faster speed because I wanted to get it done, and there's some differences in how the model is assembled. So while we get this prepared, you're going to watch a time lapse. So are you ready? Time lapse! That was a cool time lapse, right? That was the time lapse for the model that I'm putting together with the support. And as you see here, the support really wasn't necessary, and it left a bunch of crap in some of the detail areas. And I'm not going to worry about that because Christine here is going to put together the much nicer looking ship. So to get started, Christine, I would like you to take a piece of sandpaper.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. Let's put these to the side. The reason I'm giving you a full sheet of sandpaper is because typically when you want to glue together a 3D printed model, you want to ensure that any surfaces that join together are flat. And so we have some surfaces here that are going to join together. So what you want to do is put the piece on the sandpaper and just kind of sand it a little bit. And this just ensures that we have a nice flat surface for the glue to stick to.
Perfect.
Typically with 3D printing, it can leave little artifacts from support or little bits of filament that don't quite make it as part of the model. And so it's good to get rid of them. There we go. Mine are pretty smooth. How are yours doing?
They are doing fantastic.
Good. These right here, these are the blocks that are used to kind of hold the pieces together and to align them correctly. As long as these fit, we don't need to sand these, so don't worry about that. What you can do, though, is take a look at your model. Since this was printed with support and yours wasn't, you'll notice a difference.
Yes.
On here, you can see these little pieces that are kind of left over, and this is where the support attached to the piece. And so what I can do is take a piece of this sandpaper and I can sand it away. You technically don't have to do that, but if you wanted to, say, paint your model, you would want to sand down these layer lines so that the paint didn't stick to those. Does that make sense?
It does.
Awesome! It's not too bad. Because this model can be put together and sanded later, I'm not going to worry about sanding it right now. Now we get to assemble it. This is the fun part. All right, lay out your pieces and let's do a dry fit.
Okay. getting there.
You're getting there. It's all right. Take your time. Quality takes time. Do you need more or less beer?
Probably more.
All right. If you look at my model compared to Christine's model, you'll see that my pieces don't line up very well, whereas hers line up incredibly well. And the reason is because the recessed areas where the support was put, I couldn't clean it out totally and completely, and it would take a long time to do it. So what I'm going to do with this model is still glue it together, and then in the spaces that I have, I can use filler primer or Bondo and then sand it down later. And this is probably one of those things, right, where I could have saved myself a lot of time by reading the directions, which...
But that's no fun.
It's never fun.
No.
It's never fun to read the directions.
Never.
All right, let us glue. We're using a Loctite gel control. So I'll do it on mine first, then you can do it on yours. With this, you just kind of put little droplets, and then I put one down there where this is going to go, like that. And then I can put it together. Now, depending on what you're making, you can use more or less glue. Some people use epoxy. Some people use contact cement. It's plastic. So whatever you find that can hold the plastic together really well, it's fair game. Don't be afraid to experiment. Look at that.
Woo.
So the glue itself will set pretty quickly depending on how thin of the layer you put. And it looked like you put just the right amount. So I've been holding it together for like 20 seconds, and it's not held tight, but you can tell it will firm up pretty well.
We have half a spaceship.
We have half a spaceship. It won't fly. It won't fly. So for this, I'm just going to put the dots like I did before. And I'll put one in there, one in there. There you go. I just have to make sure I put this part on right. Let's see, does it go that way or does it go? I think it goes that way. Okay, it goes that way. Good. I didn't know. So what I can do to kind of mitigate the problem that I had with my support kind of getting in the way, I can actually sand down some of these blocks and make it so they're not as tall.
I have a ship.
You have a ship. See, that's the problem. All I need to do is read the directions. I never read the directions. Especially on how to print something. I probably always use support more often than I really need to. All right, I'm going to put some more glue here. You're faster. You're the novice and you're already done. Well, that'll hold together, kind of. Well, regardless. Here we go. I will hold this like that. So here's our two spaceships. Ow, you gotta be careful. Like, I'm sticking to my own ship. Get in there.
It'll get there.
It will, eventually. So
my ship is just far off in the universe.
Your ship was built by better people. That's all I can say about that. So here, what I'm going to do now, I'm going to leave this like this. I'm going to leave this glue here. Once this dries, I will sand this down as one whole piece, and then that should work. So, unfortunately, my ship is going to be left in two pieces, whereas your completed ship is ready to take flight and do whatever space guns and bounty hunters do.
And burping.
And burping. And lots of burping. Well, thank you. Okay, so this was cool. I just wanted to give you an example of how easy it was for anyone who has never even assembled a 3D model before to just add some glue and assemble a great model. And luckily, Christine is a fan of this show, so she gets to keep the thing that she put together.
Thanks, Joel.
You're very welcome. That wasn't even rehearsed, I promise. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching my videos. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, your thumbs ups, your comments, your everything. That's awesome. A big thanks to Christine for coming here and filming with me. Any last words?
No, just...
That was awesome.
That was no. 3D printing is awesome, and everyone should like Joel and his stuff.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Yes. Cheers to that.
Cheers to that. With that in mind, we're going to call this video done. Christine, thank you again.
Thank you.
So as always, high five.
He's Joel telling and he's printing 3D like some Pokemon, a gun from Destiny. And when you call him a nerd, he'll stand up proudly, cause he's packing some heat from his YouTube family. He can review printers till he falls to the floor, then he'll give them away like Oprah in 04. There's the Wombat, Lulzbot, G-Max XT, then a break for Red Bull and Locos Taco Crispy. Printed koozie in his hand for his drink. He sets up his GoPro and prints out a Bender Bank. So send him $1 to put in his head, or a self-addressed envelope for a sticker instead. There's a Nerd Vlogs, unboxings, and Q's and A's, and he'll open your mail every single Friday. And of course you can't forget that pancake bot and filaments Bonacles and Joel's cute little tot. And they printed this printer at Holodeck Studio like Lando Calrissian and freeze-dried Han Solo. So show your support on Patreon or subscribe, and as always, high five.